Loktar Agar friends. So, the adventure ended. This is the main idea that the developers of the game Terraria put in the name of their final update. And if you have never played this game before, then this video is just for you. Just sit down and relax, the pixel world of Terraria is awaiting us. But first, a little bit about the game. It was created in 2011 by a small company Relogic, which at that time employed by two craftsmen, Andrew Spinks, who was responsible for programming, and Finn Bryce, who was responsible for graphics. Finn later left Relogic to concentrate on another well-known project, Starbound, which looks like Terraria in space, but about it in another time. Terraria was released on Steam and was immediately well received by game media and players. On Steam, it still has 97% positive reviews, and on Metacritic, it has 83 points from critics and 8.7 from players. So, what about the game itself? As most of sandbox games of the time, the game has no storyline, at least it isn't explicitly presented to us. The player creates a character and then finds himself in a wild world with a basic set of survival tools. The first person which player meet on the way is NPC named Guide. He will tell the player about the basic principles of the game. Of course, some nerds or software analysts can collect all that is happening in the world in some kind of story, but I couldn't. Giant tapeworms, goblin invasions, a giant wall of death, cultist, Tuhu, and so on. This could make a good sitcom, where each new episode is showing something wild, but not a complete story. Yes, in general I don't care about the storylines if there is a spirit of adventure. The game has a huge number of different biomes, each of them has its own unique flora and fauna. And in order to support the adventurer, they randomly meet small camps of seekers, mines, buildings, and even ancient temples. In addition, some bosses like to play on their own field, so you will need to go to them yourself. You, of course, can sit in your house all the game, and the only one danger will be poor slime or zombies. But is it fun? The game will play with new colors after you meet the first boss. Yes, as usual, any good platformer has a lot of bosses. Terraria isn't an exception. There are a transition point to the new world and open access to new and stronger equipment. For each of them, you will have to think through the battle tactic, prepare well, and sometimes you will have to find them. Once upon a time I had to dig through the jungle to find a planter bot. Damned farm! Of course, you can't just ride a slime. You'll have to prepare well, and the game offers a huge amount of weapons and armor. Here you have short swords and long ones, bows, crossbows, rifles, flails, and this is just about weapons. In addition, there is additional equipment that gives the character new features, such as a double jump, fast running, flying. You can list endlessly. But if you suddenly get tired of endless adventures, the game has a construction mods that will allow you to create a small house in the forest, or even a whole base, or suburban motel, or pirate ship, yo ho ho. The only thing that can limit you is a level of creativity. No more. If you get bored, call your friends. One of the huge adventures of the game is a cooperative mode. Create a world in multiplayer, invite friends and play together. It's implemented very comfortable via Steam. What we've got as a result? This is the amazing world of Terraria, full of adventures and battles, with nostalgia for the good old pixel platforms. And of course, many have already passed the game, but the final update is a good reason to return. After all, most have been revoked and added, even golf. So if you like the video, click like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for your patience. See you soon. Bye.